Hello, hello. Welcome back to ReCasters update video. The only anime podcast update video where when you cut the head off of a Hydra, another head grows back. And by that I mean, we're here today to bring you news. So this is going to be a little bit of it's an update. Yeah, it's an update video. This is our first ever update video. Are they always awkward for everyone, I think?
Yes.
When you just like to spout information for a minute?
Yeah, exactly.
Definitely. I'm sure every major person ever who's ever done an update video.
Their first one was this awkward.
Yeah. 100%.
All right, cool. Yeah. So, this is going to be the first thing that we release after our hiatus. So, we took a 2-week hiatus. And by 2 weeks, I mean...
3 months?
3 months? I think 3 months.
a whole anime season.
Jesus.
One season.
So originally we were planning on taking a short hiatus to figure out what we were doing with our new format, right? And that has still been the case. But we hit some snags as as happens.
As the kids say.
But we decided to use these snags as an opportunity. So this is the true update video, right? So we've got some episodes coming up that when we release them, they're going to say some updates as well that may or may not be accurate. So please refer back to this one instead. First of all, there was a point in the podcast where Chip thought he was no longer going to be able to join us for recording sessions. At the time, we had said that Chip was going to be stepping down from his position as a podcast co-host, and instead he would join us occasionally, which we thought to be maybe a couple times a year for a guest position. And then shortly after that, Chip started coming back to record with us. So
yeah, I've just been able to come back like more often here. Things are definitely looking up in my life a lot more. So things haven't been going as planned, but they're still going so much better. So I will be able to come back at least a lot more often than a couple times a year.
Yeah. So the plan is to have him back as often as possible now. And the next thing I want to talk about is our art. So we have been working on having some art commissioned for our
new era in ReCasters podcasting.
Yeah, for ReCasters Z.
Oh, can't wait until we get to Super.
Yeah, I hope we never get there.
I sure can. I sure can wait till we get to Super.
What about GT?
Yeah, let's do GT.
Yeah, dude, ReCasters GT.
10 years from now. Jesse gets turned back into a kid. Yeah, so we had some art commissioned, and the process of commissioning art, it takes a little while. And so we decided while the art was being done that we were going to use that time to create a backlog. So we have, 4 episodes?
Yeah, about 4 or so episodes.
4 episodes recorded right now that we just have to edit, and they're ready to go. So the idea behind this is that we're still going to be releasing bi-weekly, as previously discussed. But now we have a backlog so that when our lives inevitably get busy, we have a cushion to fall back on. We don't have to scramble to make something happen.
We'll still be able to provide people content, even if it's not the most recent thing we've done.
Yeah. So the idea is as we continue going and recording, then we kind of replenish the backlog, right? So we're always going to be releasing our oldest recording, theoretically.
Yeah.
So unlike the previous format where we dropped an episode, you were hearing about the most recent stuff, you might hear us reference stuff that's kind of old. Kind of just how it works sometimes.
The biggest thing about that is that now that we are not following weekly anime releases exclusively, we're talking about more along the lines of the things that we want to talk about. We're checking out shows that we want to check out, things that have been on our backlogs, things that we recommend to each other. And so as we're doing that, then it's not as pressing to have our weekly reviews out, right? So this is giving us a little bit more free form, some room for creativity. And so far, we have some episodes recorded. I think that they're pretty good.
Yeah. We're hoping that this new format will allow for more enjoyable content. You know, you have more fun listening. We'll have more cool things to bring, and more people listen. You don't have to be restricted by watching whatever last week's episodes were.
Yeah, exactly. So you could literally come in whenever. We might still reference things that have happened in the past, but it's like not in a way that you have to have watched it, you know?
Yeah.
So the art that was commissioned, it looks incredible. We have the finished product now.
Oh man, is it pristine?
Oh my goodness. It was so much better than I could have hoped for.
The art is done by a Twitter artist by the name of @_dead_0 or dead zero.
I appreciate the underscore before the start of the name.
You know. Dead Zero was so good to work with. Honestly, like even he like had it done, and then I was like, can I change like all of my colors real quick? And he was so nice about it. I felt so bad. So honestly, like genuinely, if you need a commission done, I highly recommend Dead Zero. His art is incredible. He's so good to work with. Please. And if you ever need to reference that again, he's going to be in the description of every episode that we use this art in. So you can always check that out in the description down below, even in this one right now.
It will be there.
Yeah.
We promise.
So the format right now, what we have going on, first of all, the first couple episodes that we recorded, we didn't really have a format.
We're just kind of swinging it.
So they're not going to be as like tight, I guess, as future ones. As long as we decide to make them tight, because I don't know, that was kind of the point, right? Is like do what we want to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So right now, first couple episodes, mostly post-intro stuff. And then we get into the stuff where we actually reviewed. We've done, so should we say what we've done?
Yeah, we can give some examples and be like, and more stuff like that's going to come out.
Okay, cool. So far we have recorded a Bofuri episode that Chip was not a part of, sadly.
Oh yeah, man, I love that show too.
We have done the first 12 episodes of No Game, No Life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we've done the first 6 episodes of Tower of Druaga.
Yeah.
How we have it right now is we're rotating shows so that we have 2 topics of discussion every week after Bofuri.
yeah. Bofuri, just one big season. We talked about the whole first season.
Yeah, so Bofuri was the first 12 episodes, and then we did the first 6 episodes of No Game, No Life, and then the episode after that, we started our rotation. So,
and we kind of decided to do it this way because of Bofuri. We realized when we were talking about it, we're like, it's so much content to talk about all at once to remember the whole season and cram all that stuff in there. So we think it might be a little more digestible if we kind of cut seasons in half or something like that. So let us know what you think. Let us know if you enjoyed it, if it felt like a good amount of content, you know, if you felt like we were really able to dive into what we were talking about.
The big thing here is that I feel like if I watch 6 episodes of a show and talk about the show, and I watch 12 episodes of the show and talk about the show, I'm going to talk about it for the same amount of time. You know what I mean? So, like
really long episodes.
I feel like if I watch 12 episodes, I'm going to talk for 30 minutes. If I watch 6 episodes, I'm still going to talk for 30 minutes. I just have more to say, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I kind of do want to give just a quick disclaimer about, suggesting anything to us. If you suggest us to change the format a little bit or whatever, and we decide to take that advice, please note it'll probably take like 4 episodes for that to be reflected.
Right. I mean, we have our backlog, so it's going to take a little bit to get that out. But we're always happy to take any advice or criticism.
Yeah, absolutely. And if you're not liking what you're hearing, you know, maybe come back in a bit, you know, just try it again because things are going to change up. It's a little looser.
Yeah, so I don't remember if I finished saying this, so I'm just going to reiterate that, yeah, every week we should be covering 2 different shows, but a chunk of it at a time. So is the plan.
Yeah. Or maybe, you know, maybe one of those chunks will be a movie instead of a part of a show or something.
Like the one we're recording next episode. So that's kind of the plan is that we're going to rotate through stuff. We kind of have it in a pattern where we're going through each of our suggestions at a time. So Chip recommended No Game, No Life. Jesse recommended Tower of Druaga. Up next is going to be my recommendation that if you've been listening to the podcast for a while, you'll know I've been trying to get these guys to watch this show since it came out, but that's going to be bottom tier character Tomozaki.
It'll finally happen, everybody.
If it doesn't, this is the end.
Oh no!
If you guys don't watch this show, this is the last episode I'm recording. So yeah, that's all really is. We just wanted to give a quick update video. We figured like because we've had our information across the last 4 recordings so segmented and like, I don't know, less coherent, we wanted to get it all in one place before we started our uploads. Throw it up on the internet to let everybody know what's going on in the future, what they have in store. Other than that, almost forgot to mention this. We are also going to be trying to put more emphasis on YouTube from here on out. I can't guarantee that's going to mean more editing projects. We're going to try. We've said a lot of things in the past that we're going to try.
Yeah.
And that's because we're very ambitious people and we don't always have time for the things that we say we're going to try to do.
I have very little time.
But the plan for this is to put more emphasis on YouTube so that we can try to branch out a little bit more. We can do other projects if we want to, if we end up having time for them.
There's a lot of cool things that we'd love to do, and we just got to figure it out.
We also feel like, unlike with like Spotify, and most of our listeners listen through Spotify, but there's not as great of a way to communicate with us on Spotify. I know there's always Twitter, but like, I don't know, it's Twitter. So posting on YouTube is going to give us an opportunity for people to comment anything. We'll be able to see it immediately after they comment. We'll be able to respond and stuff like that, and then we can try to continue growing this wonderful community that we've been lucky to gain so far. So please look out for that. So starting with this video today, obviously we're still uploading to all the same other platforms. We're just adding YouTube as well, and actually we have some of our episodes up on YouTube as well. We just haven't really we kind of have it auto set to just throw it on YouTube with like nothing extra.
We're a little bit of boomers when it comes to doing this, so we're trying to figure out the YouTube thing.
YouTube's got a whole lot of algorithms that I'm not super confident in right now, but I need to figure out what metadata and stuff is. A little inside baseball.
Figure out YouTube's RBI and.
Well, so we'll get that stuff figured out. But yeah, I mean, if you prefer Spotify, if you prefer iTunes, if you prefer Stitcher, still go to those places. But if you prefer YouTube, that's also going to be an option as well, and we highly recommend you check out that one. So thank you all for joining us for this short update video. This, what are we at? Like 12 minutes, probably? 13 minutes? Cool. Thanks for joining us in this 25-minute update video.
Thanks for joining us for this update episode.
Thanks for joining us, period.
Yeah, thank you for joining us, period. Absolutely. And we're going to be having our first episode of the new format released chip-free. That'll be this... when are we releasing that? Our first episode of the new format should be going live on July 5th, and then we should be posting every 2 weeks from there on out. So sorry again for this, period of time that we've had no content released to you guys. We promise we've been working hard behind the scenes, and we genuinely hope you all enjoy the content that we do bring to you from here on out. So
yeah, if you guys are still listening, if you're still here even after that hiatus, we love you and we hope you enjoy this.
If you aren't here anymore, I mean, we still love you, but we are sad about it.
Yeah, it's hard to tell you we love you when you're not here.
Please come back.
Baby, come back.
All right, we'll see you all in 2 weeks. Thanks for joining us for another episode of ReCasters.
We hope you had as much fun as we did.
If you enjoy our content,
or if you didn't,
like the video, leave a comment, and subscribe. Feel free to follow us on Twitter. We post there sometimes.
We look forward to hearing from you all, and we hope you're having a great day.
Ja, mata nishu kango.